YouTube, what's going on? Checking in at about 5:40 on November 23rd, 2023. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm coming to you, jumping right into it with a message about gratitude. I was having a conversation with a friend, and I told him, you know what, bro? We have a lot of things in life that we should be grateful for. We have a lot of things in life that we should be happy about. And he said, like, well, I said, well, for instance, like a car, like a house, like a bed. Imagine the quality of your experience if you didn't have these things. You know what I'm saying? I went on to say, a lot of times people use gratitude and being grateful for what they have as a reason to not try and attain more. But the way that I see it, bro, I think an awareness of what you have and gratitude is the very reason as to why I am as hungry as I am right now. If you think about it, right? Take a kid that's like 5'6", right? And all he ever wanted to do was to go to the league. And he finds out when he turns 18, man, this is as tall as I'm gonna get. As tall as I'm gonna get is 5'6". And every time he tries out every year for the high school basketball team, they always turn him away because everybody that may not even be as good as him skillfully or skill-wise, they just dominate him because basketball is a tall man's sport. All he would say is, man, if I was this tall, if I was 6'3", if I had something in addition to what I have right now, I would do X, Y, Z. I would be able to perform in this way, and I would be able to do this with my assets. I think about that oftentimes because I have a lot of things that people don't have. For example, internet access, a phone, electricity, heat, shelter, food. I have a lot of things in my life that a lot of people would use as very valid excuses to not do more in their situation. I also think about what would my conversation be like if I didn't have these things. I can never feel comfortable saying that I'm not where I want to be because I don't have XYZ when people that have less than me are doing more than me. Like, that's insane to think about. If you are somebody that oftentimes find yourself saying, yo, if I had a better camera, I'd be able to, if I had a better support system, I'd be able to, if I just had X, I would be successful. I have to ask you, have you completely maxed out the assets in front of you? Have you completely taken advantage of everything that's been presented to you in your current situation? If not, sir, you are being ungrateful. For you to use your lack of certain assets as a reason as to why you're not successful when you haven't even maxed out fully all the assets that you have available to you, that is the greatest display of someone being ungrateful that I can think of. Oftentimes, when you get people that are super hungry and super motivated to change their life and super motivated to improve their life, oftentimes they say, you know, you should be grateful for what you have. No, sir, you're trying to get me to be comfortable with what I have. I can be grateful. I'm very grateful. It's cold outside. I'm sitting in a heated car. You know what I'm saying? I can go home and snuggle up in bed. That's one of the best parts of the day. After a hard day and you get in bed, even if you got a ton of bills on your fucking head, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know some people don't be sleeping, but one thing about me, I'm a fucking sleep. When I get in that bed and I snuggle up, bro, nothing else matters, bro. I'm gonna deal with that shit tomorrow. Right now, I'm gonna go to sleep. Right now, I got a bed. I got a house. I got a bunch of things to be grateful for. And by no means am I ungrateful. By no means am I ignoring or neglecting or just shrugging off these advantages that have been given to me. But it's only because of these advantages that are given to me that I understand the position and the opportunity that I have to be successful. I think it would be a waste of my opportunity and a waste of the assets presented to me if I didn't go as hard as I could to improve what I have. When you have kids, when your parents had you, isn't that all they say? All they say is, I'm doing the work that I'm doing right now so that you can grow up and be better than me. Do your parents say you should be grateful? Like, imagine that. Do your parents say you should be grateful for the work that I'm doing and try your best to maintain what I have and don't try to get any more? I genuinely believe, right, and this is just me, you can do what you want to do. Other people can do what they want to do. But me personally, bruh, I believe I was put on this earth to prosper. I believe I was put on this earth to enjoy in abundance, not necessarily take on like a certain excessive or gluttonous or overindulgence, you know what I'm saying? But more so to have to have an abundance, and not just on a material level, but in terms of how wise I am and how impactful I am and how much value that I can add to my environment. My dream is to be wise, wealthy, and powerful. My dream is to be able to rescue whoever, whether they're family or friends or whatever. I want to be able to rescue whoever from whatever situation, whether it's financial, psychological, philosophical, or emotional. I want to have the tools and the assets to be able to be the superhero to the people in my life. I'm not going to get there by being complacent. I'm not going to get there by being docile. I understand the advantages and the blessings that I have in my life, but by no means am I satisfied. And I don't think it's morally wrong to say that. I don't think it makes you ungrateful to say that. My friend, right? She has an uncle that recently came from Nigeria. And this uncle said something super controversial. One thing about those foreigners, they don't be giving a fuck. They don't be giving a fuck. He said, nobody in America knows true sadness. Obviously, right? I don't agree with that. Definitely not. But you got to understand where he's coming from. In Nigeria, they got floods. They got a horribly unstable economy. You know what I'm saying? They got a corrupt government. They got crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have a lot of issues, real life issues. Imagine being a child in Gaza right now. My biggest problem right now, let me think what my biggest problem is. I could use some more money. I'm not necessarily like hurting, but I could use some more funds. I could use a more successful YouTube channel. There's a kid in Gaza whose biggest problem right now is he doesn't want to get his fucking house blown up. You know what I'm saying? Like, his biggest issue is, damn, I just watched my brother get his fucking leg amputated because that shit got fucking blown off. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people experiencing real issues right now. What would the conversation be like if y'all were to switch places? The friend with the uncle that came from Nigeria, right? He said, nobody in America knows true sadness, right? His plan, right, to escape all the turmoil and all the tragedy and the problems in Nigeria, his plan was to come from Nigeria, come to America, get a house, get a car, get a career, and rescue his family, bring his wife and his children over from Nigeria so that he could create a better life for them. This man has a drive like you have never seen. The motivation and the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, Nigeria, they don't have stable internet. And there are a lot of stipulations concerning their government and their brand in the world that just generally block opportunities. The same opportunities that you and I have in America or in whatever country that you're watching this from. The same opportunities that we have, he doesn't have. He now comes to America and a whole world of opportunity has been opened up to him. My friend recently just passed her Security Plus exam, right? So she's telling him, yo, I just passed this Security Plus exam. I got a certification in the information technology industry. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to pass the test, blah, blah, blah. I'll be able to get a job. It'll pay good. I'll sit there and type on a computer and I'll make a ton of money. He said, what? He said, wait, how do I do that? She gave him the book. That night, he filled up like endless journals. He stayed up all night reading that book, cover to cover, not taking no fucking breaks. He's probably like mid 50s or like late 50s, early 60s. So he don't got no fucking TikTok. He's not on 2K. He's not watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying? He's studying his fucking book because he has the goals at the forefront of his mind. And he's completely driven to a point where people like you and I would probably look at him like, yo, Cuzzo is psychotic. You know what I'm saying? Cuzzo needs a break. He needs balance. He needs to chill. But dude was up late, like real live, studying the books, filling up journals. He attacked it so ferociously because he understood that the opportunity that he has in front of him now, he didn't have 6 months ago. That opportunity that he has in front of him now, other people that he knows on a personal level are still dealing with the problems that he was rescued from 6 months ago. That pain is still fresh in his mind. He's grateful. The gratitude is complete. It's unignorable. He understands where he is and the position that he's in, and he's so thankful that he's not going to waste a single second on something that is not his goals. And I feel like there's a very important lesson to be learned there. You have a phone, you have a laptop, you have internet access, and you have influence. You have channels like mine and channels like anyone else's. You have all these things, and yet with all this opportunity, what do? You play 2K. Think about if my friend's uncle were to come from Nigeria, where all those disadvantages that he had to deal with all his life, he gets that once in a lifetime opportunity to move to America. And he gets all this opportunity, and the first thing he does is turn on his fucking PlayStation. Turn on his Xbox. He not trying to be no streamer. If you try to be a streamer, that's different. Because that's your dream, that's your grind. Grind away. But if you playing 2K for amusement, my nigga, don't you got dreams to chase? Now, if you want to be a fucking, I was about to say a normie. I'm not trying to shame you, right? But if you decide that this is not what you want to do, that's completely fine. But if you decided that this is what you want to do, that you want to be the greatest something, you want the world to know your name, and you want success, you want to prove it to yourself and to other people that you could do it, and you want to chase your dreams, this is what you wanted, this is what you decided that you wanted, right? If this is what you decided that you wanted, what the fuck are you doing on 2K? How can you have all this opportunity, all these dreams, ambitions, and intentions, wake up in the morning, get on 2K, you not maxing out all the opportunities available to you, and then when someone asks you, yo, what's up with that dream, the first thing you do is make an excuse? The first thing you do is say, if I had this? You're not even using 100% of the things and the opportunities available to you. Where the fuck do you get off asking for more? That don't make no fucking sense. It makes zero sense. Anyway, what I'm saying is this, bro. What I'm saying is this, right? Don't look at your situation and in an effort to be grateful, grind less. That makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Look at your situation, understand the blessings and the opportunities that you have in front of you. Understand the people that didn't have those opportunities, that people that came before you, that can only do less, only did what they did so that you could do more ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect the work of your ancestors. Don't disrespect the people that have the drive and the passion, but don't have the same assets and opportunities available to you. Use everything at your disposal and try your fucking best. Do your fucking best to get where you want to be, bro. Happy Thanksgiving. That's all. All right, bye. See ya.